Oh, I forgot I did mute. Now it's just a weird coughing sound in the middle of nowhere. Hold on, I'm tweeting. I'm ready, I think. I'm ready. Hold on, I'm clicking chat. I clicked it. I'm listening to myself. No more, no more. I'm a little sick. Listen to this. It's that type of sick. Isn't that fun? I've been sick for like 5 days. But don't worry. For like 4 of those days, I had a headache. And that made things miserable. But just with a little bit of a cough. You know what's worse? When you got a runny nose. That's not good. But no more runny noses. Just cough and phlegm at this point. So, we're living fine. And so, I just didn't want to record my next video, that's totally done and stuff because I couldn't record in this voice and stuff. So, that's just what happened. And, you got to face facts sometimes. My ears are ringing a little bit, though. What the fuck's with this? Weekly Shonen Jump, 1999. Oh my god, that's when Naruto started. Look, it's Duelist Kingdom. I've been so close so many times recently to starting the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. Especially because I've been doing so much Yu-Gi-Oh shit. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it soon. Oh my god, Miller the Killer is here. I didn't know because I didn't have it on live chat. Why you always got to interrupt the Ari One Piece video watching? Oh, that's right, it comes out. I am always streaming on Sundays, huh? Let me see. Oh, yeah, it's not out for another 15 minutes, but, maybe we'll watch it together. Maybe not. True. Oh, my goodness. Tekken 101 played Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters Colosseum? This is the greatest video game of all time. This is the One Piece guy, is it not? Oh, my goodness. I gotta watch this later. This will be my first Tekken content. Look, it's the One Piece guy playing my favorite video game of all time. This is crazy, Miller. Why didn't you tell me about this? This is your favorite guy.
That's cool, though, that each capsule has a different way of...
Bro, it's a blind playthrough. I gotta watch the whole thing. Did he play through the whole game? Oh my god, there's a number 2. That's not a good sign. In 2 hours, he only beat 2 stages? What's bro doing? This game is easy. Oh my god, why did it take this long? There's no way he loses, right? Wait, he is an Earth symbol. This is scintillating content. I know everybody really cares about this. Oh my god, learning the rules. That took 20 years. He's got timestamps for his stream VODs. This is the craziest... What a fella. They're all highing. Woot. First, high. I don't think chat had a lot to say. Wait, how far did he get? Let's see. Is there a part 3? I don't think there was a part 3. That's very upsetting. Did he give up because the game was just too difficult? How was he only on day? I can beat this whole game in 2 hours. And true Santa Claus is in this game. Bet you didn't know that. Hold on, now I gotta search his channel for Capsule Monster Colosseum. There's no One Piece capsule stuff, so Oh my goodness, he was making Duelist of the Roses. I hope he didn't finish that shitty game in favor of my great game here. Oh my god, he did part 4 finale. That's not cool. He dropped the greatest video game of all time just to play this mid-Duelist of the Roses nonsense. This is very upsetting to me, and I don't appreciate it. Well, I won't be watching that now. You can't just be watching something halfway through. Kyle, why is Nate co-host just his editor, and why does he sound like that? Because he's from the Middle East. Stop being racist. And true, he's only had that guy. I think he had somebody else on. I watched episode 1. I watched most of episode 2, but I'm just behind now, and it's going to get to the point where I'm going to be behind forever. But he didn't make a shitty expedition one. Hold on. Now, what the fuck is this goddamn channel called again? I can't do my funny voices. They sound ridiculous. Best guy ever. He did an announcement video. We can click the link. No. What is this? Anime is ruining the world at Best Guy Ever. Who the hell is Ceros TV? Why don't you tell me about this, Miller, huh? It's all about One Piece. Oh my god, Naruto's in the background. In a former leader he's not allowed to see, so nobody look at that. Did you read that Title, Kimimaro is the coolest villain in part 1. Yeah, it's disgusting. I did see the thumbnail, but I did ignore it. Just because, I saw him there. I have been watching Naruto. I'm like 6 or 7 episodes. I'm 6 or 7 episodes in. It's freaking crazy. But yeah, I only got 22 or something left. So you're definitely getting that Naruto at least probably halfway through the month again. I don't think we're gone. But look, he did Expedition 33 Debate. I'm pretty sure both these losers said they love this soy-ass, lame-ass, fake-ass game in this part 1. So I don't know who's decided to change because of their super cool edginess. I don't have to watch this Oh, yeah, he had some speedrunner on. I listened to the beginning of this just to see what it was and see who was on. Because, I don't know. Trixie the Golden Witch could show up any week now. I'm going to be excited for when it happens. Surely Shabes is on the next one. This is crazy. 6K, 4K, 1K, 1K. It's pretty good. But, maybe I'll catch up. I'm like a whole Sacred Symbols behind, okay? So I'm behind on everything. I did start watching Destiny VODs again recently too, which is not good. They are, and actually it is really good because it is great background, non-distract, actually can work on things, content, but, Anyway, true, this happened. He, says Miller the Killer. Why is he-ing at me? You're right at the point the arc is about to get terrible, I bet. Oh, yeah, we started the first one, Miller. We started the first one. We're halfway through the first one. We were eating pills. Nate and Ben doing a podcast would move mountains. They just argue. I guess that would be fun. I don't know. Ben Saint, obviously the worst procrastinators member, probably. So, we want several other people to show up first. I don't know what this guy's doing. Too much news. Aliens, taxes, and White House shoots. True, somebody tried to shoot up the White House today or something. James Charles. This guy's making drama content. What's he doing collabing with Nate? But anyway, maybe I'll remember to maybe one time watch that. I don't know. Does watching Destiny make you want to play Mugenics? I don't think he's playing that game anymore. But also, no, I don't know. There's something about that game that I just don't want to play it. Even though it kind of seems like it would be a game I would play. Oh, I can feel my head. I need to massage my neck or something. Also, I'm echoing in my own brain. It's not good. It's like, Alita, he streams in his headphones. He hears himself in his headphones. That's fucking embarrassing. I don't have any headphones right now listening to myself. He tried to make me do it those times we streamed. Remember that? That was crazy. We've got a Mal tweet. We got some updated media checklists. We got some stream announcements. Oh, yeah, I retweeted Jeff Bezos. Oh, I uploaded a video. I forgot about that. True. This video did a little bit better than the last one, which is nice. But it's
Donald Draper.
Shut the fuck up, you loser. Oh my god, YouTube knows what the fuck is up. See, I already liked my thing. I got one comment. It said, "Is Mad Men worth watching?" Should I have responded? Who knows? It's got like 502 on the back end, so this is lying. But the last one only got like 300. It did have a little bit of a spike, which was cool, which the last one never really, well, it did, but it never like made it on the best out of 3 thing or whatever. But it has died out in like the last 6 hours. So I think this is a 500 view video thingy. Should we talk about the video nonsense now? We had a bunch of things to say about that. Miller, find me a link for this. No, I guess I don't need a link. The Anime Awards. Since I put it in the title, I should probably pretend that I'm going to talk about it. I vaguely knew. Where are the results? Is it going to be on YouTube, on Wikipedia? What's the date on this one? May 23, 2026. That was yesterday. Frickin' hell, it's outdated. Oh my god, it's just like the Oscars thing. I literally have seen none of these shows. But I saw the Anime Awards happen, and I legitimately couldn't remember if that was the Crunchyroll Awards and if they were the same thing. I saw a thumbnail of Gigguk, I think, because I think I'm still subscribed to Gigguk. I'm a big fan. So I saw him reacting to it. I said, why isn't Gigguk there hosting? What's going on? But that's because Gigguk is from Japan, or in Japan. But as I see here, why would they... Well, I guess you can get people from the... I don't know. Why would you hold this in Japan was going to be my comment. Because you would obviously want, like, industry American people to promote it, right? but maybe this is like because we can have the people actually accept their awards. I don't know. It's obvious that because the thumbnail I saw was the Anime Awards, not the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, which is genius. Obviously, get rid of Crunchyroll and just have the Anime Awards, and people think you'll like the Game Awards, which is obviously what they're trying to emulate. But the people watch the Game Awards because there's announcements, and I don't think there's any freaking announcements at the Anime Awards, so there's no real reason to watch. And also, people play games more than they watch anime, is what I want to say. That's almost certainly true, right? So more people have general investment. Heath is here yelling at me. I don't know what I did to deserve that. If Togepi is so good, then where are its awards? True, Togepi Original Sin, that shit's mid-AF. Crunchyroll doesn't work in Japan, lol. That is true or something, but it is owned by Sony, which is a Japanese company. So maybe they wanted all the Sony executives there to show off or something. But anyway, Miller already... I was going to react to who won and stuff, but Miller already stooged off who won in the Discord server, so he's an idiot and a loser, and we don't like him. Anime of the Year, My Hero Academia, the final... My Hero Academia with an Anime of the Year. How embarrassing. There is also different things where the Crunchyroll Awards have kind of always been this way, but it really is just the most popular stuff. Whereas the Game Awards at least has like the... Oh my god, Togepi's Original Sin is here. Like, the Game Awards at least has some, like, pretension to it, where it's like, Call of Duty is never going to be nominated for Anime of the, Game of the Year. Obviously, it's going to be the Sony slop, which should always win every year. But, like, I'm sure some years the most popular game has won. Like, Elden Ring was probably the most popular new game that year, and I'm pretty sure it won that year, right? I was going to say, would The Last of Us Part 2 have been the biggest game that year? But definitely not. There was probably a Call of Duty game that year that outsold it. Anyway, and it is funny. Like, My Hero Academia is obviously mid-tier. Nobody takes My Hero Academia seriously. My Hero Academia fucking sucks. Naruto should never be nominated for Anime of the Year. Neither should One Piece or Dan to Dan. It should be a bunch of things I haven't heard about, except for in Mother's Basement videos. So, Togepi's Original Sin and Apocalypse Hotel and, City the Animation. These should be the only nominees. What are we doing here? Have some pretension if you want some fucking respect. But also, I don't know. Again, anime is not as strong of a thing as gaming to just get people to watch anyway. But also, it would be funny to do the percentages. Out of the average anime fan, are more anime fans on average watching the Anime Awards than the gaming award, the video... What the fuck are they called? The Game Awards. Probably not still. Just because that Game Awards, should that be getting like 1 million live viewers or whatever the fuck? Anyway, they need to get Jeff Keighley on stage and some fucking advertisements, and I'll take this shit seriously. Anyway, what was I looking at? True, Togepi didn't win. Pity award because it's the last season and never won it. That's probably true, but that happens at the Oscars sometimes too, right? I don't care about MHA winning, but Lazarus winning original anime is the most absurd thing. I did see that, and I was like, Heath told me that show sucks. So I don't know how we feel about that. Have a category just for adaptations, and every other category has to be original anime. True. Oh, look at all these great manga that are on here. Oh my god, Demon Slayer beat the Reese movie. Was everybody very happy about that? How are these... How are we determining these winners? Spy X Family, something. I don't want to read this. So chat, you're going to tell me and I'm going to believe you even though you're going to be wrong. Is this popular vote? Which is funny. But I'm assuming it's not. But then why would you just not give it to the Reese movie? Especially after the Oscars got so much bad press for not even nominating it or whatever. Instead you chose the slop one. It's like MHA winning. 100 meters would have been a good alternative. See, that's a Mother's Basement choice, so he would have seemed really smart. Mononoke, the movie, that's the one... No, is that the one that Heath wanted me to watch? This is the coolest poster I've ever seen. No, I'm confusing Mononoke with Kaguya, which wasn't on here, so Heath's movie sucked. What is this? Supernatural horror film? Anime's never made a good horror thing in their lives, so... But this is the coolest poster I've ever seen in my life. Look at all these colors. Oh my god, it's on Netflix. That's my favorite platform, my platform of choice. Is this based on some fucking manga or something? The movie Chapter 2. I don't want to watch multiple things. This needs to be one thing. And also, I'm not going to watch this even if I want to. 75 minutes. Hold on, we're back in. Also, chapter 2. We don't like that. Related movies. It's always got this. Oh, yeah. So what's this? Chapter 3 and chapter 1. This poster looks cool too. Look at this guy. Heath, you've obviously watched this before. Is this good? In the chambers of the Edo harem, two newcomers uncover political intrigue, rivalry, and vengeful spirit. Only one traveling medicine seller can vanquish. That kind of sound interesting, and then they start talking about medicine. But I'm still in. It looks pretty. Oh, let's check. 90 minutes! That's way too long. But this is my new favorite movie series. I'll be watching these now. Before Alita can steal my thunder. Ooh. And that one has a 4.1. So we really love this one. This movie obviously should have won. It's way cooler. I like that Raze movie, though. I liked it more when I watched my favorite girls watch it. So even if I would have said that was a 7 out of 10 or something, this movie's probably an 8 out of 10. Scarlet by something something. This looks cool, too. The Rose of Versailles had a fucking movie and nobody told me about it. Mappa made it? What the fuck? Nobody tells me about anime anymore. I just spit phlegm out. I'm dying. What do I rub this on? The carpet? Gross. Anyway, best continuing series. This was funny. Miller already pointed this out, but One Piece won this. But why wouldn't you just nominate One Piece for Anime of the Year every year? Like, that's the slop one that should be on there. People like that shit. Oh my god, OLM, they make Pokemon? Why isn't Pokemon on here? What the fuck is this? Also, it's kind of weird that a distributor is doing this, right? Is this on Crunchyroll? Is this on Crunchyroll? Is everything on here only on Crunchyroll? I don't think so. That thing I just looked up was on Netflix. And is there any bias in this direction if we calculate it? These would all be interesting things if I cared enough. Oh, I was quizzing chat a bunch of things, and then I didn't look at chat. That's not very nice of me. I'm not a very nice host. True. I found out a day late that these awards even happened. Nobody watches it. They have... I think it actually happened today. If you're basing the thing off that it happened yesterday on the thing of me reading it, I think it's just because of time. Well, actually, no. Japan. They're like only an hour difference from us. I know that because of Japanese wrestling, which I haven't watched in like 3 years. Upsetting. All my passions have died. Where was I up to? No one watches it. True. They have 30 voters. I think like Mother's Basement, Glass Reflection are among them. Well, okay, that's okay. But why would they vote for My Hero Academia and Demon Slayer? But most of the voters are just losers from IGN or whatever. Now, that's a real place. That's a place with fucking credibility you can trust. My movie came out in 2026, champ. Well, I'm pretty sure this happened in 2026, so kind of embarrassing for you, Heath. Will both One Piece anime... They actually do it based on year, right? Do the Oscars do it on year? Probably not, right? It's probably like February to February or something weird. But also they do them, like, why isn't this held in January? That's annoying. That's the only thing the Game Awards do good, and they kind of do it wrong because they do it in the middle of December. But I don't want to be celebrating 2025 in fucking May. Come on now. What the fuck? Anyway. Will both One Piece anime be nominated next time? True, we can't wait for the great new one. No, the old one won't be nominated because nobody will be watching it anymore. Oscars are last 12 months. Yeah, but like, it's not like everything in 2025. It's like 2025 February to 2026 February or something. That's why they call it Oscar season in the fall or whatever, right? Now, Heath didn't tell me anything about my new favorite movie, so what the fuck? How am I guess he just doesn't want me to watch him. Anyway, Demon Slayer one, that's embarrassing. Best continuing series? I don't know. They have best continuing game or something at the Game Awards. Best new series. Gigarabachi Baraba. I've heard of it. Clevetasusus. I think I've heard of it. Sakamoto Days, it's my favorite manga. Tagapi's Original Sin is finished. The Flagrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Somebody's talked about that. The Summer Hikaru Died. Somebody's talked about that. The Best Original Anime. Lazarus. I didn't even know it was a Mappa anime. Apocalypse Hotel Lost. That's why Heath's mad. Digimon Breakbeat. That's not original. Stupid. Mobile Suit Gundam. That's not original. Stupid. So is the original just mean not from a manga? Which is funny. Moonrise by Wit Studio. Nobody told me Wit Studio had a new anime. They haven't made anything since Attack on Titan. It's crazy. Free up some space. Fuck you. Zenshu. Now that's an anime we want to watch. Look at this girl in her purple outfit. We like that. Best animation, Solo Leveling. That's very funny. Did Jujutsu Kaisen not come out? Why is it not here? Maybe it didn't. There's no way My Hero Academia has good animation. Don't be crazy. Best character design. I can't even look at it because we're on Wikipedia. And I can't even judge it. Kita Oh. Wait, is this a character from the show that I've just forgotten? Kita. Obviously, the best character design in Togepi's Original Sin is Togepi's Original. Is Togepi? Is this an artist? This is an artist. Is it just character designs in general? But the designs are by this guy. What the fuck is going on here? Wait, I guess none of these are characters. I don't know what's going on. Best director, true. I don't care about any of this. Best background art. Best romance. Best action. Best comedy. Wait. No, I thought best animation was best action before. Best drama. Best isekai. That's funny that that's a category. Did Mushoku Tensei win this, or did they not want the bad press? Did everybody see Alidori's new Mushoku Tensei video? My goodness. I left a very funny comment on that one. It was good, and we'll look at it in a second. Best slice of life. Best main character, Izuku Midoriya. Momo. I was going to say from My Hero Academia, but this is that girl from that Dan. Best opening song, Chainsaw Man Iris Out. This song is cringe. We don't like this song. Did Togepi's Original Sin have an OP? Oh my god, Jane Doe from the Reese movie. I vaguely remember that song. Best score, Demon Slayer. Oh my god, that dumb Chainsaw Man song didn't win, so that's good. Kevin Pakankin is doing other shows. This is crazy. Best opening sequence. So is this for like the animation? Boring. Nobody cares about the animation and OPs. Best VA performance English. Best VA performance Japanese. None of them are good. Best Spanish? Oh my goodness, I don't even know what language that is. I'll never know. Arabic, I know that one. French, German, Italian, or is this Cantonese? No, it's not. Hindi, Portuguese. They're not allowed to watch anime in China. Don't be ridiculous. Oh my god, Dan had the most nominations. This is crazy. Presenters and performers. I did see the Naruto's second OP or something from the tuning exams was played live, so that was cool. That's the only video I saw on Twitter, so. But Alita didn't like that one, so we're not allowed to like it either. Anything else I should know about this nonsense? Oh my god, Creedon is here! Oh my god, we got 6 viewers. This is crazy. Remember when the Anime Awards were like 2 years behind or something? COVID did weird things, man. I hate the Mandalorian and Grogu isn't forgotten about. And I hope the Mandalorian and Grogu is... We got to talk about that Kind of Funny review. Because I was failing to fall asleep for like 3 hours one of these days I was sick. Why would the Kind of Funny... What is kindoffunny.com and why is it coming up first? This is like the logo from 17 years ago, isn't it? Never mind, Snowback Mike is here. Watch us on YouTube. Duh. Thank you. Oh my god, they linked to the old channel, which is now the highlights channel. Oh my god, they did a WrestleMania. Oh, this is just... Why did it go immediately to live, too? Oh, they gave up on the clips channel, which is probably fine. Kinda funny. They had a very funny Grogu and Thingy review. They were very mean. Or the first two guys were, at least. Roger and Andy were. And then, oh my god, they make so much fucking content. And then Tim and Nick were like, hey, guys, it's kind of okay. And also, I watched the whole Red Letter Media review because Miller sent a screenshot that Andy was in it for a second as like one of the clips they do. And I thought it was interesting because they hated the movie. And usually when Red Letter Media are like doing the clip-ins, it's like people glazing the movie. But it was literally, he was in it for 3 seconds because he made a mouth noise at the end. And I watched this whole Red Letter Media review just to see my boy in it. And it was very disappointing. And it was at the end. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a second. But true. Grogu and something came out, and it sounds like it's boring as fuck and nobody likes it, so I don't have to watch it. So I'll go see The Devil Wears Prada 2 in cinemas instead. I thought about doing that, but I don't think I'm going to. I wanted to try and watch a movie this month, to try and do a monthly thing. I don't know, I still got time. I'm planning on going out on Wednesday, so we'll see. I had another idea, though, for a different movie, but I forgot what it was. Anyway, I give up. Also, Supergirl comes out next month. So our next month is covered because we want to watch Supergirl because Millie is in it. We love Millie. Also, I saw the first bit of like ooh-woo advertisement for it where it was like her doing an interview about which things were Australian and which things weren't. And I watched all 7 minutes of it and said, that's an Australian girl right there that we can be proud of. So we'll be watching Supergirl. We won't be watching shitty Star Wars. And we're not watching any fucking movies about Marvel until it's Spider-Man. God damn it. I think that's the next one anyway, right? Anyway, I'm very glad they're using practical effects. What can I say? Where was I up to? True, I saw Momonoke and I'm happy. Wait, is that thing I was just talking about that I was begging Heath to tell me about, but apparently Creedon knows about this great Oh, wait, no. Momonoke is not. I was thinking of... I don't know what we're talking about anymore. I don't know if that's a character. That's that Momo character from Dan to Dan, or it's that movie I was talking about. So I'm just embarrassing myself. I better shut up. Wrap it up, buddy. Movie length RE video just dropped. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Everybody get ready. Everybody get ready. 30 minutes on fucking shitty Chopper? Ain't no way. Oh my god, 26 minutes. He got up to Alabasta. We love Alabasta here. I'm not going to watch this on stream. I'm going to watch it afterwards. I like decompressing after stream watching it. Oh my god. This is when Don Draper had sex with the stewardess. Oh my god, are you unhappy? Mad Men tribute. 5 minutes on just... I keep getting these High School of the Dead things because we've been talking about it recently. Look at this lady's ginormous boobs. That's crazy. Oh, I also haven't watched this video, and then they talked about it on Sacred Symbols. What's it fucking called? There's things to talk about. I'm like got 3 tabs open with things to actually discuss. There's a video where apparently they like tried to piece together what the original Uncharted 4 story was before Amy Hennig got fired for being shit or something. Anyway, it's a video in here. There was a Chloe one here, but that's not the Uncharted video we're looking for. And I really should watch this video. The Uncharted 4... Don't talk... No, that's not it. No. These 3 stupid fucking Uncharted videos that aren't interesting at all. What we need is Amy Hennig. Amy. She's not popping up. Anyway, I'm going to watch that video soon. Now, I was reading chat. That's what I was doing. Everybody calm down. Tarzan 5 is the guy who made the characters because he's the manga. I know that because I pretended I was going to read that manga for a little while. The other guy made the anime designs. But I don't give a shit who made them. I want to see which designs we're rewarding. The Oscars should add a best protagonist category. True. They should also add a best dub category. It really is just the most high-profile names that win every category. They need to destroy this shit and remake it if they ever want to be taken seriously. Who cares about being taken seriously? Put some announcements in there. Are we making a face like Drum Island was dog shit in that thumbnail? Hold on, I didn't notice. Let me go back. I didn't even talk about my great video. We can get rid of the Crunchyroll Awards. We don't give a fuck about that anymore. What, is his head supposed to be the Drum Island? Aliori does have a fat head. Is he looking at it like he doesn't approve? I remember, it was funny, because I also didn't give a shit about... Now, Aliori definitely loves Drum Island, because it's obviously a boring, lame snow place, and I don't like it that much, so of course he's going to like it. Succession theme, but it's German? Oh my god, why is Hitler there? This is crazy. It seems like a Nazi post. But oh my goodness, that Succession song is pretty good. I haven't thought about Succession in a little while. That was a television show. I watched that this year. Can you believe that? Anyway, so Elite definitely loves Drum Island and is going to suck its dick. But also, I remember Miller being like, it's so cool that it becomes a cherry blossom or something. I said, I don't care about this mid shit. Take me back to Little Garden. That's what's good. Oh, I do have a plan that I'm probably not going to discuss in case I don't do it for beating Elite RE in One Piece. So stay tuned, everybody. We'll be back. Watch this space. But Elite RE was trying to do what? RE making a face like Drum Island was dog shit in that thumbnail. Well, Heath, that certainly is an opinion. Bro, I thought Greg had lost weight. He has a long way to go. Who did you think was Greg? Do you think Nick was Greg? That's Nick Scarpino. What are we doing here? It is funny. Nick Scarpino used to be like the guy that was on the most shows, and now he's definitely on the least shows because they killed all his shows because he was the movie guy. But true. And Nick and Colin used to have a good dynamic. Sad. RLM apologized to the prequels. What a world we live in. They kind of maybe did. Read the Supergirl comic first, please. It's so much better. I'll think about it, and I'll plan to do it up until the night before I go to see the movie, and then I'll probably not do it. So we'll see. And also, in that stupid thing I saw, she was like, yes, I had to read the comic because we had to stay as faithful as possible. And all I know is that Miller was complaining about how they were changing everything. So one of these brave Australian warriors is lying to me. And I'm going to believe the girl over this Miller the Killer idiot, I'll tell you what. I've been getting a fuck ton of High School of the Dead ads too. We're bringing it back. Didn't the author literally die or something? Isn't that why it never continued? Drum Island is the best arc to that point. I'm sure he means the worst arc to that point. Greg's in the Watto costume, silly. True, he was in the Watto costume. Oh, because you think he looks fat in the costume. I must not have watched all this video because I saw the Watto bit because he's done the Watto bit for years. But I saw it in a short. So where the fuck is it? There's no way he saved it till the end. How much of this did I watch? Did I actually fall asleep to this? I don't. Oh, here he is. But true, Greg always looks really fat in costumes. And he used to do them all shirtless, so he put a shirt on, so that's impressive. Look at them tits. Also, he's a father now, okay? You can't expect things. Also, Tim has gotten a lot fatter, by the way. Tim used to be skinny. And it's very funny. I like it. He does the voice very good. And it's because Watto is a funny guy with a funny voice. Also, this might be anti-Semitic, but we like that now. This is a leftist podcast. For the Harry Potter ones, he came out and he was Mrs. McGonagall or whatever, and that one was even funnier. Anyway, I don't know why. I'm reading chat. I can't be distracted. Wait, I finished chat. I can be distracted.
But today we are talking about Star Wars.
It's funny. I feel like Roger did a really funny job of like saying how shit the movie was at the beginning. Let's put it on 2x speed.
Spoiler free at the beginning, and then once we hit the ads, we come back with the full plot, full story breakdown.
Get with Naboodle,
You don't want to be spoiled.
Grogu.
I don't remember any spoilers, so I don't know if I got
You're
up to
not
that
gonna want to
point.
miss
Still, I
it.
think it's spoiler.
The release date is May.
Let Roger talk.
The runtime of this one.
Nobody cares, Dim.
165.
It's Space Jumanji.
I am way off.
It's like Jack Shepard, and he comes back, and then Kristen Stewart falls in love with Jack Shepard, but then it's actually her brother. The whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, at the end.
I don't remember this.
Oh, Elysium.
Shut up, Nick.
That's the one you're thinking of.
No, I was thinking of this.
All right, like Andy was saying, we're gonna get into our spoiler.
Or Sisters Night.
We have this motley crew.
Oh my
here,
God.
all with their thoughts ready on Mandalorian and Grogu. I want to start with Roger Piquant.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason I do is because I feel you're the only one at the table besides me caught up on Mandalorian.
Sort of.
That's
Mostly.
only sort of.
So mostly.
True. It was very relieving when I was, because at this point I didn't know that this movie was terrible. So I'm watching this and they're all like, we didn't watch the shitty Mandalorian show either. So I was like, okay, I feel less bad for maybe watching this movie without having seen the fucking Mandalorian. But obviously now we're not seeing this movie because it sucks.
I'm most excited about this movie.
Yes, for a lot of reasons. You want me to get into them right now?
Get into
I really
From a psychosexual standpoint.
when it opens up of what Mandalorian and Grogu might be. No, I'm like right at the ending of I just finished Maul, right at the ending of Andor, and I love Star Wars.
He
right
weaves
now
a
for
tale
what we're
here,
going
and it's got a
with
good
shows. I think
payoff.
We've gotten over a massive hump with Book of Boba Fett and with Obi-Wan, and I enjoyed what Andor was going for, of how it's taking everything so seriously, and I was like, man, I think I'm ready to open my heart to Mandalorian versus Groglit. Like, I love the idea of having like a space adventure fun.
I don't know what this Groglit joke is, but they use it a lot.
I guess buddy cop thing. I don't know who's the cop, who's the buddy in the situation. But
Oh, also, I never even thought what buddy cop meant until they had this discussion. Buddy cop is like a cop and his buddy, whereas I thought it was just two cops that are buddies. So I think I've been interpreting that genre wrong the whole time.
I think they're both buddies. This isn't a good cop, bad cop thing.
or are they both cops? I don't know. You never know.
A buddy cop movie.
Oh, or is one cop a buddy cop Or one guy's a buddy and one guy's a cop, and cop means bad.
Usually
No,
one
there's
cop.
no way there's some ACAB shit in a term I've been hearing for 15 years.
Buddy. It's usually two cops that are buddies.
I mean, they're both like
I could just
Mandalorian
Google
now.
it,
Yeah, I
huh?
guess so.
That's a,
You're right.
that's a really great point. But yeah, no, I was the only person that didn't have to go see this movie at this company that chose to go on my
Yeah.
own volition. Like, I wasn't supposed to be on the show until Tim, like, we're waiting in line, and Tim's like, hey, do you want to, like, be on this thing? I'm like, yeah, I guess so. I'm already here. Because that just shows, like, I want to see this movie. My heart was open to this movie. And guys, there's, like, a subgenre of movies that I've been experiencing in the last, like, 5 to 6 years where I'm watching a movie in theaters, and I'm like, we gotta stop making movies. And it's like this one, it's Thor Love and Thunder, and it's Ant-Man Quantumania. I think this is
Those
like, a really
movies
awesome
must
movie.
suck.
I think it's not because it's, like, outwardly bad. It's not like episode 2 bad, where, like, the dialogue's horrible. Or there's,
True,
like, anything, like,
episode
really,
2
like,
fucking
this is, like,
sucks.
structurally awful. It just
Remember on a Elite stream where he was defending the prequels? It was pretty embarrassing.
It doesn't have anything. Like, it's completely vapid as a film. Like, there's no storyline. Like, there's no character development for
It
anybody.
doesn't have anything.
It doesn't have anything. All it has is Groglin, and it has Babu Frik. There's nothing here for anybody. There's no, like, it is so, like, lowest hanging fruit to the point where it, like, is.
You gotta understand. These are the nice boys. So if they're saying it sucks, it really sucks.
It feels like I am just being sold to completely. Like, even more so than any of the other Star Wars movies. I had nothing to
Selling,
grasp onto the
that's
entire time.
bad.
And I like the Grogu stuff. I like the Babu Frik stuff. But everything else around it, like even the fight scenes, even the moments that I should be hyped about, even like seeing all the Glup shit. I love Star Wars. I've seen all the animated stuff. I should be excited when I see Zeb. And it's like you didn't do anything with them. You're just showing all these action figures here, and they don't have anything to do. Sigourney Weaver's in this movie. I don't even know her name. I just know she's Sigourney Weaver. Like, there's so many like random people here, and it's like the fact that
Anyway, that was very funny when I was dying and trying to fall asleep about 3 nights ago. And Andy says something funny too, but, you know, we don't have to listen to the whole freaking thing. You know, copyright or something. Ugh. What was I up to? Isn't anti-Semitism good now? Yes, that's what I was saying. For these people, not for me. I would never. The Murata posts are so funny, by the way. What the fuck could Heath be speaking on? What the fuck is a Murata? It really is insane this movie got made. That's what people keep saying. Even saw Japanese people thinking he was out of it. What the frickin' hell is Heath talking about? He's gone crazy. Who is Murata? Oh, is that guy that Miller was linking the tweets of? I'm dying. Like 5% chance the manga goes on break and there's an apology. We got to stop making movies. True. What a great statement. I fucking hate you, content. Kyle, this movie is about literally nothing. They aren't lying. Bro is confused. Murata. Manufacturing. Electronics Capital Manufacturing Company. Muraterra Limited is a Japanese manufacturer of electronics or something. Now if we go manga. It is the guy Miller was linking. There's no way this idiot is still making manga. One Punch Man, you're still reading that shit? He literally beats him in one punch. It's not funny either. And I don't like his bald head. So, it's the One Punch Man author. How about you say that in the original, Heath? Because we just did 10 minutes on who the manga was, and I figured it out by myself. Miller the Killer also being too late over here. But true, what was he doing? He was like, it seemed vaguely racist. Wait, what did he tweet? He's got nothing on my goat 1. This is another familiar name. What did he make? Just tell me. Oh, that's the original guy who draws the scribbles. True, I understand. I know One Punch Man lore. Nate told me about it one time. Well, it's because it's got the best art in all of manga except for Berserk. Yeah, Berserk's the best, bro. We freaking love Berserk. You ever heard? Oh, I wonder if I should repeat that funny anecdote I sent the Discord. I was at a party with my real-life friends. I know, pretty cringe. Where was that? Was that last night or the night before? Is it Sunday? I think it was Friday night. What the fuck did I do yesterday then? I finished that documentary. What football? Oh, yeah, there were 2 football games on that I watched last night. It was Friday. Anyway, I'm at this party, and this one guy, he's been DMing me recently about Berserk 2. Because they know I'd like it at least. And I have another friend who I'd talked about it before. And because they all talk more, and I kind of just show up for the IRL events. They have a Discord server and everything. And anyway, they pawned him off on me. They're like, he likes Berserk. You should DM him about it. And this guy, he loves Griffith. Griffith is his profile picture. He's a big Griffith fan. All he wants to talk about is how great the Golden Age arc and how deep it is, bro, and how deep it is. This guy is also into like tarot cards and stuff like that, so he's an eclectic young man. Anyway, he starts telling me about how all these YouTube videos he's been watching, all these great long. He stressed that they were all very long. He was like, oh, these long video analyses, he was saying. He was like, oh my God, did you know that maybe Guts didn't even, Griffith might have been lying at the fountain and, you know, Guts just misunderstood him and that was like tragic, which I'm pretty sure is a me talking point. Now, obviously, it's like basic media literacy talking point, bro. But I feel like I started saying that at some point and some idiot put it in a YouTube video. Back when I was famous, back in like 2020, I was probably saying that a lot. Anyway, so actually everything has been stolen from me. Watch any Black Lagoon video. I'm telling you, they just stole it from me. Now, anyway, he then went on to tell me about how he did you know that, like, man, did you watch that the cut chapter? The cut chapter, bro? And then he started talking about how the idea of evil, and I was like, oh no, am I being entrapped here? And then he said, yeah, it's like the author is talking to him, bro. And it was like literally the talking points from my video, and I was like, oh no. But he didn't put 2 and 2 together, and it was very funny. And he's not the type that would like slyly not do it to like embarrass me or something. And this is definitely a friend group where this would be a very embarrassing fact. So anyway, that was all very funny. So I'm pretty sure somebody was talking my talking points back at me in a YouTube video, and they just didn't realize it was me. And then I was like, there's no way. First of all, what this would have to take is he would have had to have not recognized my voice, which is fine, because the old microphone is terrible. Maybe I sound different, and I probably definitely sound different to people I know in real life than how I do through a microphone. The second thing is he would have had to have been not curious at all, and then he wouldn't have looked at the the channel title, which you see here. That's my name, IRL name. It's not a lying name. So that would have been funny. So he would have had to have missed those 2 things, but it's entirely possible, I think, and that's very funny to me. But I shared this knowledge in the Discord. Anyway, why was I bringing that up? Well, because we were talking about Berserk, everybody's favorite manga. Where are we up to? It was like something about Pakistanis and their genes. Yeah, it was that racist British guy who was arguing with Lauren Southern on Twitter today. I saw that. That's because I keep getting Destiny adjacent tweets. No, actually, I think Destiny retweeted the Lauren Southern tweet. Isn't it funny that they're still like best friends? Anyway. Pakistanis and their genes correlating to crimes, and he replied to it about the appearance of the... But it seemed like it was like innocently racist. It seemed like he was like... Now, I don't know anything about what they were talking about, but he's like, they look like the ancient peoples or something. And I thought it was like in some sort of like Japanese, like we love the past type of way. But I also only looked at the tweet for like 5 seconds and didn't even listen to the video because I think I was on my laptop and I had my phone headphones in. So I don't know. I'm not running defense for this guy when I don't even know what's going on. Could they be descended from ancient people? True. That's what he said, crying. Very easy to miss those 2 things. That's what I'm saying. Now, anytime I look at a YouTube video, obviously I tab open the channel to see what I'm dealing with here. But obviously I'm not a normal person. Also, this thread in question, if you tarot cards, Berserk, he also loves drugs. So obviously he could have forgotten a voice or he could have been impaired in his viewing. But very retentive, you know. He understands the talking points. I'm spreading the thingy everywhere. Absolutely nothing crazy about him. Creedon's in here defending our young man. He's still my goat. I was about to comment Creedon would agree with it, Lamau. True, Creedon, won't you call an Ari Indian? Ari's Indian as fuck. Ari is not Indian, he's Armenian, and those are different things. Now, anyway. We were talking about 17 things that we stopped. Now, I need to piss really bad. So we are going to watch Elite RE for a little while, and by we, I mean you guys. Actually, I could listen on my phone. I'm going to take my phone anyway. But we have to promise ourselves we're going to stop. Okay? So we're not going to just let this play. Oh my god, why is Mihawk here? Oh no, is that Ace? Who the fuck is this? Is this some filler shit? What's going on here? Oh my god, it is Ace. I guess he is at the beginning of Shitty Alabasta. How many episodes did he fucking watch? 5, it looks like. This is crazy. Or is that 4? No, it's 4. This bum can't even watch 5 episodes. Anyway, we're going to listen to it. And you're not going to click off the video to continue. You're not clicking off the stream. We got important things to discuss when we get back.
the Drum Island stuff. So Wapol has
Drum
been sent
Island.
away, and we've now left the island. We had a brief interaction with Bon Clay, who was fished up by our crew from the ocean, and then his power was revealed to us. And then we end these episodes by arriving, quote unquote, at Alabasta, where arriving means we see it, and it's like right there, but we haven't actually landed yet. So that's what these set of episodes cover. And overall, this set of episodes were B tier. They were good. I like them. Nothing amazing like the last set of episodes that were really, really good, but these were good. It was a solid wrap-up. The stuff afterwards is pretty exciting. That's probably pretty much all I could kind of expect from this set of episodes, so it was good. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is the Drum Island wrap-up. So, the wrap-up involved a few things. There was the defeat of Wapol, there was, like, the Chopper stuff, and, like, leaving with Chopper, and then there was the, like, kind of wrap-up of, like, what's going to happen with Drum Island going forward, like Dalton and Dr. Kureha and all that. So concerning Wapol, I don't have too much to say. He was beaten very quickly, very easily. He ate himself at some point. It was kind of crazy. It's like, well, my god, oh my, he can do like crazy things with his power. So I like that. In totality, looking back at Wapol as a whole, I know initially I was like, oh, he's like the most generic villain, kind of like that filler villain. It was kind of boring. He has ascended beyond that. I don't hate him. I don't particularly love him. He's not definitely one of my favorites or anything like that, but I enjoyed him. Wapol was good. His power was good. He's fun sometimes. He's funny. We had a funny interaction with Nami in this set of episodes where he sees Nami.
Bro, shit talking to Wapol. What the fuck? Wapol ate himself. That shit was crazy. Anyway, my headphone fell out. Anyway, Leary hates Drum Island. All is well in the world. I'm sorry for talking shit preemptively about him liking Drum Island. But you know, when something bad is happening, it's very hard for a Leary not to like it. So, what can I say? He's got a history. Oh, while we're here, let's all look at my great Leary. Everybody should go and like this comment because it's really funny. So Leary made a silly Mushoku Tensei video. 16 hours ago, bro was late. Oh my god, there was a funny line at some point. Oh yeah, he's like Roxy, Rudius's teacher and second wife. And I thought about time-stamping that for Miller because he would have laughed because that's a funny sentence. But anyway, this is all about seeing who was mentioned more or something.
Rudius also meets her in the first volume of the story, or episode 3 of the anime, where she ends up getting a pretty similar number of mentions as Roxy. And then at the end of the first volume, Rudy is taken away to the Citadel of Roa, and all mentions of Sylphie basically
Is this
disappear.
Evangelion
The only
music?
significant increase being the mentions of Silent Fits in the
No, I think I just heard it sped up. My great comment was, it was a mistake teaching Leary how to count. It's all we've heard about since. True, Leary's made 7 videos now trying to count how many times somebody was mentioned. Bro, have an opinion or something. No, the Bakuno video was good, but this one was boring. That's because Mushoku Tensei is boring. This should be coming back in like a month and a half or something, and then we got to review it. House of the Dragon, it's less than a month away. Everybody got freaking excited. We're gonna have them both going at once. Now that Chainsaw Man's done, I haven't spoken to Elite Ori in 17 years, so you know, we'll be familiar again. How appropriate. How apt. Ace is introduced in Drum Island, silly. Nobody told me. Maybe in the shitty anime you watched, Miller. We got Ace and the Will of D, Kyle. Oh, true. That is the first time it's mentioned. Which is funny, because I definitely always knew about the Will of D. Like, even the first time I watched it. Well, it maybe... No, it's not in the intro, right? But anyway, I always knew about the Will of D, like the Will of Fire, bro. One Piece copied Naruto. Naruto's cool. And anyway, so it was crazy when you find out that it's only revealed in Drum Island or some shit. Aria attracts so many racists, pedophiles, get them out of here. Everybody's welcome here. Look, I got 7 viewers. Ace is it. I already read that one. Last time he didn't even mention Hiroluke's speech. I don't think he's actually watching. Hiroluke was lame. Miller the Killer loves Hiroluke. But One Piece sad backstories are lame. We like the funny ones. Like when that lady fell down the stairs. That was freaking tragic. Anyway, Ari puts on this show and then watches his carpet. Wait, no. I was trying to make a racist joke, but I don't think the Indians are the ethnic minority known for carpets, right? That's like Turks or something. So, anyway, it's not my fault. Creedon's the one that made the racist comment. Anyway, I made this video. This video is kind of okay. Like, while I was making it, I was like, this is probably going to be bad. Like, that last one, this is like a bad video. This one is a pretty good video, I think. I spend like the first minute and a half repeating myself by like complimenting Don Draper, which is funny. And then there's like a bit in the conclusion that's like a good point, but it's like kind of disconnected. And also there's like I don't know, the conclusion is probably poorly written. So this video I was like, okay. Oh, this brings me to what do we do next? Now, if you remember last stream, we had a crisis meeting. Oh, actually, I forget what his name was, and it's not going to be on this account because it's on the secondary ENT one. But Sammy is what they go by on YouTube, and apparently they're watching the VODs. But he used to be I don't know, used to be a patron a long time ago. And I forgot what their Twitch name was, but I've forgotten. I want to say B. Ebby, but that's the leader. He's like IRL friend that's in his chat sometimes, which is definitely not true. But I forget. And they did leave a comment last time talking about this, but it was basically stuff I already agreed with. So, last time I did a crisis meeting. I think this is still the document, right? Oh my goodness. I actually have been doing, besides the news thing, I tried to do it and there was just no news stories that I cared about. So my plan was maybe to make like Chibi reviews counter-programming, but I just haven't been paying attention that much. So I haven't really done anything on that. Actually, I got ChatGPT like 2 nights in a row. I was like, ChatGPT, tell me in the last 24 hours, what are the 5 biggest news stories? And then I'd be like, how about in film? How about in anime? How about in gaming? And then they were all just like, oh, mixtape, which I was like, oh, you know. Oh, I actually floated to Mr. R that we could play mixtape and do a discussion on it, which might actually happen because I think I might try and play that because it's getting to the end of the month and I'm like, I should have a movie that came out this year and a game that came out this year because there are a few games I want to play. Like I want to play that Darwin's Paradox game, which is like a inside what do you call it? Limbo type like cinematic platformer game, and it seemed kind of cool as a little octopus guy. I think Pragmata is short enough that I'd be like interested in playing it, and I also want to play mixtape. So those are like 3. So if I can do one of these each month, you know, then by the end of the year I'll have we'll do a game award stream and I'll have all the opinions. And I'll be saying mixtape deserves game of the year. Fuck. What's a big game that's gonna come out? GTA 6. GTA 6 fucking sucks. Also, I've got to get my fucking ducks in a row so I can play that shitty Wolverine game when it comes out too. Anyway. Video games. Crazy, huh? Anyway, mixtape I was talking about. Anyway, these other 2 I have actually kind of been doing. Both of these, like the documentary, I chose Gamergate as a subject. I've just been watching a lot of old YouTube of like 2014. Oh, it's really funny. I found this video. Fuck, how can I... it's going to spoil it. I'm trying to like build it up. But there's like a Asmongold video from like it's literally 2014 or something. Yeah, this is a really funny video to watch. Like he's still like retarded, which is funny because I remember when I first got into like watching Twitch streamers, Asmongold did seem like one of the smarter ones. On like Scuff podcasts and stuff in like 2019 or something. But he's completely conspiracy minded back here too. So it's like, yeah, like it's pretty obvious why this guy's retarded like this guy. It's just very funny. He's just like repeating the talking points and being like, I don't know if this is true. But then he just like talks about it like it's true. It's very funny. Anyway, I've been watching a lot of old YouTube shit. And it's been funny and weirdly nostalgic and kind of funny. And then I realized that if I ever made this Gamergate video, it would probably be a ContraPoints video, not a documentary video. Because the interesting thing is like, it's not really like, is what happened true or stuff? Because that's like already been covered in a million videos, but it's like, why did people do this? And it's like, well, hating women? Is that the reason? And there's like a few different intersections that are very interesting for this, where it's like general like anti-journalism stuff, general like anti-establishment stuff, general like anti-institution stuff, and it like all convalesces and things like that. Anyway, so I actually... And the thing is, last time I was like, I'm probably just going to get bored of both these things, just like I get bored of making general videos. And that hasn't happened yet. I'm like, you're pretty excited. I try to do both of these things like an hour a day, and I'm always very excited to do them. So these videos might actually happen, but we'll see. But besides that, I then had the crisis of like, well, what actual normal video do I do next? And the plan was I want to do an actual good Mad Men video talking about like my favorite scenes from Mad Men, which would be like probably like a 20-minute video, though I already have a draft that's like 5 pages or something. It's not a draft either. I drafted like the first few bits. Now that is probably what I'm still going to plan on doing next. The other pivot is I pivoted into Last of Us again, and I had a look at my wary tenderness document, and I was pretty motivated to do it actually. So it's going to be one of those two next, is my mini video announcement. But the boringest part of the streams is when we talk about videos, so, you know, that might be the rest of the talk on this. But there are other avenues. Like, I am still watching Boardwalk Empire again. At the end of that, I have to make the big Boardwalk Empire video. It's not that big. It's, like, big thematically, not big. It's not about the whole show or whatever. Just about, like, the main characters and why the ending is, like, the greatest ending ever and stuff like that. There's also, obviously... I should just make Berserk videos. And I thought about it a little bit. I like scrolled through some of my old documents and stuff like that. So that's on the horizon too. But these are kind of the same topics we always circle. Other than that, there's not too much. There's also the anti-climax video for Pokemon. And I was like, I'm always like doing 4 videos, then I'm back to Pokemon. None of the Pokemon videos get any views. Also, I think I hate this video. I don't really remember what's in it, but I remember, like, this is, like, a joke video. And I don't really like that I made it a joke video, so, anyway. Stupid video shit. Also, it kind of sucks, because obviously nobody that actually watches my stream watches these videos, so... it's not very good community engagement, even if it's trying to, like, reach outside the community, perhaps. Also, there are a bunch of Mad Men YouTubers, like, springing up, but they don't seem to want to include me, apparently. That's upsetting. Also, a lot of those videos seem like they suck from the thumbnail, so what can I say? Battery saver! My goodness. Shitty Ordinary RE is here. What a loser. Congratulations, Ordinary RE, on perhaps having the right opinion that Drum Island is just okay. We appreciate that. True. Crisis. Now, why did Creedon say crisis? When your friend asked you if you had heard about the Lost Chapter, did you say you had or hadn't heard of it? I said, yeah, bro, I've heard of it. And he just kept going. He likes to talk, okay? So we were just letting him go. And I don't like to talk about, like, media shit with my friends. So I was just like, that's, like, kind of crazy. Ari is here. Everybody get on your best behavior. That's true. You want to play Disco Elysium. Maybe if it wins a wheel spin one day. Wasn't it very funny that Elite RE nearly got recreators as his wheel spin? That was good. But also, the wheel spin was boring. He got Terra No Resonance or some shit. Like, who cares? But also, none of my things were on there. But that's also because I forgot to submit him until he made his video talking about the last thing. And then I was like, oh yeah, I didn't do anything yet. I'm drinking. Also, I did put Die Buster on again, and Alita Re refused to do it. Alita Re never watched Die Buster. I think he just needs to admit it. Even in the discussion, I don't remember him saying anything. Even in the discussion, he's like, yeah, I don't remember that or something. What a fucking fraud. At least Jockey Bacon had the balls to admit he watched Serial Experiments Lane in 2 times speed. Jockey Bacon didn't even watch Die Buster, and I frickin' know it. Anyway. God, it's the great. I think about it all the time. I was just sitting there today and I was like, remember at the beginning of that show where she's in the snow and the dog has like giant testicles and like the dog comes up and is all cute and then she just uppercuts it? I was like, oh, that was fucking epic. This is the greatest anime of all time. What other anime? Alita Re hates dogs. He hates when the cute dog is being cute. And finally, a show stood up for what was right. That's beating dogs, and Alita Re had nothing to frickin' say about it. What an idiot. Also, Tycho's the greatest character of all time. Anyway. This guy dropped Hollow Knight but wants to play Mixtape. Hollow Knight fucking sucks. We don't like hard games, we don't like soul games, and we especially don't like 2D games. I'll play Hollow Knight someday, seems cool. It looks very pretty. But also, I don't know why I even pretended I was going to do that. Like, I have literally never played a long game in a short period of time except for The Last of Us Part 2. Or like Naughty Dog games, and they're not even long games. Like, if I'm going to play Horizon Forbidden West, it is going to take 2 months, and I'm going to play it 1 hour at a time. Like, I don't know, like, the discussion was supposed to be, like, the next week, and I started it the week before that. I was like, Like, obviously, I'm never going to play this game for more than an hour at a time. I've never played a video game for the first time for more than an hour at a time. Unless it was made by Neil fucking Druckmann. So, what delusion I was under. But, you know, delusion and this stream go hand in hand. What can I say? That was very funny. Alina E, you got to play Mixtape and join the discussion. Wait, why don't you like Drum, Kyle? I swear you like the backstory and praise Chopper crying, eating bread. That was probably good. I probably like the face. And Chopper is the funniest guy of all time. When he's trying to hide behind a door, but he's not doing it properly, that is terrific. And it is funny. And I didn't remember until later he started bringing it up. But Usopp bowing to those guys all the time, that was very funny. Also, Drum Island is good. Also, it's the worst one out of those arcs. What can I say? Even shitty Alabasta is better than it. And we know I hate Alabasta. Anyway. And that... Little Garden is the first arc. Whiskey Peak doesn't count as an arc. But Drum Island is probably good. I'll reread it hopefully soon. When I surpass Elite RE and soar ahead of him. Anyway. Remember, I only remember this the other day, but I was supposed to make Naruto arc reviews for all those Naruto arcs I finished, and I just never did. So, that's cancelled. We're just doing them for One Piece now. Remember at the beginning of the year, I was supposed to start the Hunter x Hunter manga. We've fallen behind on everything in life. Anyway, we're gonna fucking die soon. Oh. Where was I up to? True, bunch of carpet watchers. True, Creedon's being racist. I watched Die Buster, it looked very ugly. It's the greatest looking anime I've ever seen in my life. Let's bring it up. No, she's gonna be naked. No, she's not. She's not. Oh, yeah, look at these colors. I love the colors in this anime. Oh, look at Taiko. She's so cool. This is not even from the show. This is Momo. She's the greatest character of all time. Top 5 character at least. Bring up the list. I'll bump whoever I have to bump. Luffy can go to 6th. We don't give a fuck. Look at this fucking show. This guy's old. And he was like on a thingy and he was freaking out. This guy's rapes. You gotta watch out for this guy. Taiko's butt is showing. She's like 15. Disavow. This is Dix Nix. He's really cool. And secretly he's an old guy. And this is just the characters over and over again. Momo was actually a gunbuster the whole fucking time. And she got red eyes when she realized. And then she did the pose. This is the greatest anime of all time. Anyway, CGI has never looked better. Anyway. Bro, I watched Gunbuster and Die Buster back to back, and I remember one way more than the other. I know, I don't even remember Gunbuster. It's hard to, you know, Jung. What was the other one? What was the other philosopher she was doing? Was it Nietzsche Jung? Her boobs were ginormous. Could you believe that? That was terrific. It's freaking sick that Luffy beats Wapol so easily. You know what a villain he beats even easier? Mr. 3 from Little Garden, the superior arc. But true, Wapol, he was a funny guy. Anyway, we talked about this, we talked about that. We didn't talk about my anime list yet. And we didn't talk about all the great Pokemon episodes. Oh my god! I never in my whole entire life heard Jeff Bezos speak.
Do my job right. Right.
He sounds like a little girl. I thought he had a man voice. I thought he was cool. Oh, there's no way. No, because it won't come up with that. There's an actor that plays himself in an episode of The Sopranos that has a bald head and looks like this guy. Oh, he's like a super famous actor. Has anybody in here seen The Sopranos? Sopranos season 6, bald guy actor, British. Come on. No, not Dwight Harris, you fucking idiot. Not Scott Davison as bald guy. British, famous. It's in a Chris episode. Ben Kingsley. We love the great Ben Kingsley. This guy is obviously the same guy as... What's that guy's name we were just talking about? The Amazon guy, Jeff Bezos. Obviously, this is Jeff Bezos. And Jeff Bezos is obviously British and obviously sounds like this guy, which is a very funny, serious voice. There's no way Ben Kingsley played Gandhi in a movie. That's hilarious if that's true. But anyway, obviously this is Jeff Bezos. So when Jeff Bezos comes out sounding like a little guy, I forgive him. Whatever they said bad about him, Jeff Bezos didn't do it. And he's doing the smart thing. His taxes won't help waitresses or something, whatever he said in this clip. They talked about it on Pivot. But true, this happened recently too. Oh, it's a similar thing when I heard the Epstein interview, and it's like, Jeffrey Epstein is like an old guy, and I thought he was like a young guy, like in those, and he seems like, and he also has like a funny like Jewish guy voice, and I thought he would have a serious, deep, evil guy voice, and it's just like, oh my goodness, I'm being confronted with the villains of our time, and they're just little guys. Isn't that cute? Speaking of bad guys, I watched this whole documentary. I looked at the calendar. I said, this month's ending. And I said, I haven't even watched a documentary this month, which means I get to watch a new one. And obviously, documentaries are my favorite things to watch. And this one was about this guy. And he was on Wall Street. And, you know, it's a little deceptive. The monster on Wall Street, I'm like, whoa, who'd this guy fucking kill? Yeah, he was sex trafficking prostitutes or something. He was putting hits out on Investigate, and he just stole a bunch of money. So it was kind of anticlimactic in that sense. But he stole like a lot of money, like billions and billions of dollars in a Ponzi scheme. Now that's a thing you hear people talk about. But a Ponzi scheme is named after an old guy from Boardwalk Empire period. And what it means is you take money from this guy and just give it to this guy or something. And that I thought Ponzi scheme was like a pyramid scheme or something, probably because they both start with P. And that's crazy. And he did all that stuff. The last episode of this documentary, this 4-part documentary, was like an hour and 20 minutes. But I don't know, it was pretty cool. I was learning about Wall Street, you know, and it was fun and stuff. So this is a good documentary. No shitty acting in this documentary. They had reenactors, but they never had lines. They were just visually, which is how we like our documentaries. Not like that one I was talking about Anthrax, where they had dramatic moments interspersed with interviews. Anyway. And also, I forgave him at the end. He just stole a bunch of people's money. It's not like he did anything that bad. But we were talking about him like, and he got 150 years. And then he died in prison. And then his sons, that was a funny part. His sons were like so destroyed by the immorality of their father that like one of them killed themselves as a result. And like they said, he was doing it to get revenge on his father because he did it 2 years to the date after he got caught or something. And the other one died of cancer. So that was pretty sad. And then the wife had to live in her car or something. She was poor. Anyway, I was shocked that people cared that much that this one guy stole money. But true, he's evil or something. I don't know. Wall Street's bad. Anyway, this is apparently, according to this person, who I'm not going to rectify at all, said the oldest MyAnime list from November 2026, the top list. And can we open this in a new tab and zoom in? This OP is good. Remember when I watched like 7 episodes of this anime and I said, this shit sucks? And then I watched 1 episode of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and I said, this is pretty good. But I remember that it was all super blurry because Netflix wasn't loading for me at the time. And then I never watched any more. But I did read that shitty manga. Anyway, Full Metal Alchemist is mid and anybody likes it's retarded, including Jockey Bacon. But even back in the day, people loved Full Metal Alchemist. This isn't even the good one. This is the bad one. And it's number 1. One Piece is number 2. Haruhi Suzumiya, very apt for the time, is number 3. Death Note is number 4. Hunter x Hunter, which again is the like 90s version, obviously the better version, is here also. And they didn't get up to that Chimera Ant arc or whatever. Full Metal Panic. Cowboy Bebop is up super high. Great Teacher Onizuka. Oregon High School Host Club. Hajime no Ippo. Honey and Clover. School Rumble second semester. School Rumble. Even back then they were doing the retarded thing of having shows be separated by season. But true, this is kind of funny. This is kind of cute. This is before Steins Gate and everything, like, planted themselves at the top. Karakano! Oh, I was wondering if Ava was higher or lower than Karakano, but no, it's higher. Black Lagoon, of course. The great Black Lagoon at 44. It's, like, permanently planted in, like, 150th or something. Or at least it was when I made those videos 7 years ago. And I don't imagine it's gone up. Gungrave, oh my god, me and Alita nearly watched that show, and then I brought it up to him one time, and he said he didn't know what show that was. Monster, shitty Berserk. This is before the good anime came out with Berserk. Ghost in the Shell standalone complex as everywhere. Trigun, Planetes. It was relatively new at the time, but true. Planetes, Elfen Lied, Mushishi, crazy. And then we got Princess Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle, a bunch of boring bullshit. One Piece Movie 4, Advent Children, shout out Final Fantasy 7. Cowboy Bebop movie is up pretty high. Full Metal Alchemist, we love the Shambhala movie. I feel like I've only heard people shit on this movie, but that's funny. OVAs, Rurouni Kenshin, of course. This is before everything came out. Hunter x Hunter had a bunch of OVAs, apparently. Greed Island was an OVA, apparently. Hellsing Ultimate. We love Hellsing Ultimate. For real. And then we've got TV specials. DBZ Special 2, The History of Trunks. Wow, that really was a good one. No manga, though. Probably would have been Naruto, the only manga that anybody was reading at the time. But true, that's a little interesting, don't you think? I'm reading chat. I don't know why Miller the Killer would dare to say Kakashi Dad moment in my chat room right now. Oh my god, Mr. Gems is here. Mr. Gems, how does it feel? You lost your first wheel spin, I know. It must feel pretty bad. The last two episodes of Diebuster are genuinely terrible. They're tremendous, stupendous, the greatest of all time. The Mandarin. Like that guy from Iron Man. Mr. Gems says, hi, Carl. You completed your required watching yet? I watched one episode of Recreators, and I intended to watch more, but I couldn't. And I feel like Recreators is probably something I should not give any opinions on until the video, right? That's more dramatic and cool. But it's going to happen, okay? Trust me. It's going to happen. If it hasn't happened by the end of next month, sue me or something. Crazy to me that Fate Stay Night makes that top list. Was it on there? I didn't even see it. I didn't think it had that much motion in the West. How is this guy such a big One Piece fan, ranks the movies and OVA so highly, but someone likes FMA? Wait, this is just one guy? There's no way it was just one guy, right? That was like the top list. Unless Miller's making a funny joke that there was only one guy on Mal back in the day. But anyway, I don't know how would I even verify if it was just one guy. Ben Kingsley, how about you fuck off? No, it's like the top, right? Because there's like score, because you can't give them point scores. This is like the guy. Is this what Miller's about to say you're right to in the chat? Now I'm realizing. Remember that somebody hacked the Mal database and replaced the title of every show with Let's All Love Lane, then set the score of Lane to 10 out of 10? That's pretty funny. We love Serial Experiments Lane here. I think it's the Mal top list, not a personal list. God, Miller Killer, what a silly guy. You know, are you really going to trust a guy like that's opinion on the Great Diebuster? I certainly wouldn't. That's wild. One Piece was number 2. What the hell? People will tell you it was niche in the West back then. It was. That's the only reason it was number 2, because if everybody had watched it, they'd know it was straight trash. It is true. Naruto wasn't as high. Was it on there? I don't even remember. Ben Kingsley is the Mandarin. No shot. You lying. That was an Arab guy. Oh, no, he was like the real Mandarin. I swear I watched Iron Man 3 one time. I must have been doing something on my laptop when I was like 11 watching that movie. I would have been 12. 2013. But I remember the girl got powers at the end, and I was like, this movie is stupid. Did she ever have power? I don't remember any Avengers movie where she had powers. So I don't know what was going on with Pepper Potts. Was that her name? I remember Iron Man 2. He was on a race course. Iron Man 1. Jeff Bridges was around. I remember there's a sex scene at the beginning of that movie because I remember I was watching it with my mum when I was 13 years old, and I didn't appreciate that. Anyway. He's the fake one? No, the fake one is a little Arab guy. You frickin' liar. I think of it this way. Everyone loved Naruto, so they hated on Mal and voted One Piece highly to be contrarians. Absolutely frickin' true. Now I watched 2 Pokemon episodes. Ash got his 5th Johto Gym badge. And also he met Jasmine for the first time. But also, more importantly, I'm now on a new season. Now, and I haven't watched this yet, so I technically haven't started it. But now the greatest anime OP of all time, Master Quest, will be playing. And oh my god, spoilers, the next episode's got fucking Lugia in it. Didn't need to know that. Ruining everything for me. But true, it means I've only got like 62 episodes or something left until I'm finished Johto. Now, am I going to have enough discipline to wait to start the great Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime? Until then? Absolutely not. I'm going to do it on Impulse soon. But also, we're only 45 episodes or something away from Elite RE being forced to watch a Pokemon movie, and that's going to be great. See, I'm getting all my Gamergate videos. Do you think this guy's got a good opinion? Because they've just been watching so many. And it's true, High School of the Dead just won't leave you alone. Oh my god, State of Origin is on Wednesday. Oh, it's going to be one of the great days of the year. I'm so excited. Best anime for beginners. What do you think she says? There's no images. Oh my god, Monster. Death Note.
Decides to test it out.
Oh my god, she's got a manly voice I thought Ben Kingsley was supposed to have.
Develops into absolute chaos, essentially. There's still debate.
Oh my god, what's this one?
Haikyuu.
I'll watch a sports anime one day.
It's just nice to see people
Run with the Wind? Oh my goodness. That's like the one where they become...
But I feel like it does it very
Shut up, lady. I'm trying to speak here. Run with the Wind's the one where they become wolves or something, right? Demon Slayer's lame. What is this? Jujutsu Kaisen? Mob Psycho 100? That's literally the lamest anime anybody's ever suggested. Anyway, you should just watch Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh my god, the Drake album came out. Did everybody listen to it? Oh my god, don't worry, they got that mean guy that was trying to get at Donald Trump, okay? Everybody can calm down. Anything else happen? I'm sure it did. I'm sure I forget. Oh, yeah! But Thanos can throw a planet? Why are they comparing shitty Thanos to the great Diebuster? Anyway. Literature is dead. Here's what's killing it. It's AI. What can I say? Oh my goodness, it's the second battery warning. Oh, I want to watch this Swag Kage 6-hour video where he ranked every fight from the big three. There were some funny ones. I hovered over the end. And there were some silly Naruto ones in the top spot. Oh, and I don't know if Elite RE was paying attention, but the 64th best fight in all of the big three out of like 700 fights or something was the Sannin Showdown. Jiraiya versus Orochimaru versus Tsunade. So everybody loves that fight, Elite RE. Get over yourself. Elite RE didn't like that fight. He thought it was lame. But he did like all the comedy, the like 17 episodes of comedy beforehand. So that was silly. Did you start watching JJK? No. LM Reactions absolutely love JJK. No, they don't. Oh my god, that was the biggest story we forgot to tell. You know how I was like super excited that Boardwalk Empire was going to be next? It was One Piece live action season 2. I've never hated something more in my life. I've never been more in tune with Miller the Killer in all my life. I was like, I've been robbed. I've been R-worded, frankly, that they would... that I would get so excited and they would just do One Piece live action season 2. They did a poll and the boys beat One Piece live action season 2. And so why are they doing it? What am I even patroning for anymore? It's unbelievable. Uchiha Massacre was like 60 Lamau. That's an epic one. I want to watch One Piece live action season 2. You're not allowed to, Elite RE. There's spoilers in it. Oh my god, the Swag Kage video, watch it. Kids didn't use Mel back in the day, only men. Explains it all. True. Anyway. But true, I hopefully they did say they were going to do a bunch of short shows to get caught up on current stuff, and then they'll do a new show. So there was always the plan. This doesn't mean they're not doing Boardwalk Empire, okay? But, you know, all the momentum I had built up in my grassroots effort in the comments, it has all gone to waste. So, you know, it's dying out every day they don't do it. But they're going to do shitty Pluribus next. I fucking know it. I fucking know it. And I'm not even going to watch it. Pluribus sucks. It's boring. Nothing ever happened in that show. Anyway. You can't watch it until like episode 700 at least, RE. I wonder what the fuck they spoiled in this shitty fucking live action. Elite RE, it's probably... Spoilers don't matter. You can watch season 2 if you want. I'm pretty sure they finished at Drum Island or something ridiculous. So they didn't even do Alabasta, so... Why are YouTube emojis so stupid? It is a great question. They are the singular most retarded things I've ever seen in my life. Let's look at these as we go flat. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? I want to mock somebody with the crying emoji. And which one am I supposed to do? This one? Person tortoise waving. Face orange frowning. This was how they were going to kill Switch. You know, they don't have a lol W. They have person turquoise riding headphones. That's a good one. I like this one.